Well, good morning. Welcome back to another video. So I'm just shifting our cows this morning, and unfortunately I've just noticed one with a bit of stuff hanging out of her rear end. So I'm just going to have to draft her out. I'm thinking about taking her down the lane. So they're coming up into this paddock out of the paddocks down here. So I need to draft her out. So she's in here somewhere. Got the dogs behind them. And I'll take them straight down the laneway there. Sit down, Gus. Go and sit down, pup. Stay there. Sit down, Gus. Stay there. There she is there. Doesn't look very good, does it? Might just be a bearing, to be honest. But either way, I'll probably get the vet out and stitch her up, because she's if I had to replace her, she'd be $1,400 probably. As you can see, we had some rain overnight, so she's a bit slippery underfoot. And it's nice to have the rain, because you can see the grass. It's just shooting up. Like, we have been very dry. Not dry enough to make us look brown, really brown, but dry enough for us not to grow grass. So, will I go, Gus? Will I go, Gus? Will I go, Gus? Hey, Gus. Will I go, Gus? Stay there. So, yeah, this will be great. I actually haven't checked my rain gauge this morning, but we must have had 20 odd mils. So, it's a good amount, and it's supposed to keep coming for a few days from what I've seen. So that will be handy. So I might pop 2 or 3 down with her if I can. What one she is, I think she's a yellow tagger, isn't she? Sure, yep, that one there. Alright girl, yeah, that just looks like a bearing. So I'll just take these 3 hopefully. 1, 2, 3. Good girls. Oh, no, you stay there, girl. Just close that. So I'll take them down the lane, probably call the vet. So these girls have got this paddock, you see that 3-wire electric comes down here, around here and up here. So they've got all this, it's 10 hectares in there plus the laneway. So they will spread out because they're cows, and hopefully go up the top there and eat all that roughage in there. There's one ewe that should be over here now. So these girls are just following behind the ewes, trying to clean up all this twinning country. So twinning is we scan the ewes and then we set stock them according to the country. A twinning ewe requires a lot of feed, so you put them in the better paddocks on your farm, and you generally put them in the northerly facing country that will grow grass sooner when it warms up faster in the spring. Yeah, so that's the idea. If I clean the twinning paddocks up first, then they'll be ready to go. So when the rain comes and the warmth comes, it'll just shoot up underneath them, and they'll have really nice good feed for them. So we're talking a bit like calories. So a kilo of meat is a certain number of calories, and a kilo of bread is a certain amount of calories. So obviously meat has a whole lot more calories in it because it's got fat. 1 gram of fat is what, 9 calories, isn't it? And 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4. So big difference. I haven't actually counted calories for years, so I could be wrong on that, but I do remember that fat is twice the amount of calories as carbohydrates. So it's very similar to grass. You think about grass, this here, I'll show you, that is a whole lot different. It might be the same weight as that. I don't know if you can see that, but that's all basically green. But it's a whole lot different amount of megajoules of metabolizable energy is what we're talking as farmers. So yeah, that's the difference. So anyway, I'll take these cows down the lane and call the vet while I'm going down, and we'll see what we can do here. Will I go, pup? Well, we've got them down the lane. The yards are just up here, just waiting on the vets to get back to me on a time, so they're usually pretty busy, so hopefully they can get out here this afternoon. I will chuck them straight in the yards and then they can empty out a bit. Might be easier to do the bearing if she's empty, and she might be able to take a piss, which always helps. So I've just been doing FAP Plus through our meat company. They come out and help us with it, so they put us through it, which is ideal. Now it's been raining for about it started raining about midnight last night, but it looks like we've had quite a few mil. Yeah, look at that. That is 36 mil. Ideal. That'll help us get some growth now. Well, the vets come and been, so all they did is put a well, it's just a stitch, so it goes through the vagina and back around and then through again, so it's kind of like a 2 stitches through, so that'll stop that coming out again. Funny because yeah, left her in the yards all day and it went back in, so it might be a veterinary process because he did give it a local anaesthetic, but it's just about something that a farmer could do if you know what you're doing, but he does know exactly what it feels like for the bearing to go back in properly, so he was saying it's probably the easiest one he's ever done. But, you know, if it was hard, then it's probably worth having the vet anyway, because if there's a complication, they'll sort it out, and I probably won't know what to do. So, yeah, anyway, they can go back up the lane and back with the other girls. Well, good morning. So today is Thursday, and there are around about 500 or 600 cows in the Kuiti cow fair today, so I'm just in Taipei dropping off my Hilux for a service and a warrant and new tyres, but we are going to do the 3-hour trip north to Kuiti and see if we can find some good cows there. I've had a look at a few videos and it looks to be some alright cows.
$1,390 will be on the market. $1,390, $1,400, bidding, and 5. $1,405, $1,405, bidding, $1,405.
Well, good evening. So got 33 cows in that sale, so that was awesome. Great looking cows, Angus cows, an Angus bull, and they line up with our lambing date. But I'm back now. The cows should be here late tonight, and I've got some ewe lambs going in the morning, so it's busy enough times, but not too bad. Supposed to be sharing next week, so that could be Monday. These girls have done a really good job in this paddock. Quite hard to see, obviously, it's quite dark. I had the cows clean up all this area earlier on. The ewes are coming here, and we had 45 mils, so totally different at the moment compared to what it was, so huge difference. They have done a little bit of trotting in the fresh tucker, but not a lot, so yeah, I'll get through here and let these girls come through. It's a long day of sitting down, so sauna time, 69 degrees. I'll probably go in for 26 minutes around about. Well, that's my 26 minutes, pretty solid effort. It was basically 70 degrees the whole time, so yeah, I'll shout out. So I've just opened the gate out of the yard, so the cows come off straight into the paddock and get a good feed. So I think they got to the yards yesterday afternoon, so and basically good 24 hours off feed, poor girls, and they'll be a bit shaken, I'd say. So pretty lucky to get straight out there on the best tucker on the farm, so I'll be shifting them tomorrow. But yeah, there's a water trough out here, big round one, and they'll be able to find some feed and just settle down for a bit. And I'll shift them in the morning, probably 8 AM, once I've got the lambs in. These lambs in this paddock are going to the fielding sale tomorrow, and that is basically all our lambs gone. There'd be 50 left. We'll catch you in the morning. Well, good morning. Cows are in, and I'm about to get in the 46 ewe lambs. I'll draft them up 2 ways. Stock agents just said take off the light ones, put them in their own little line, and the heavier ones will look better in the sale yards. There's going to be 10,000 lambs in the sale, which is half the size of what it has been for the last few weeks, I believe. I know there was 20,000 when I first sent 300 or 400 lambs, and then no, I sent 200 lambs maybe in that sale. No, it was 400, and then there was another sale about 19,000. So yeah, there's been some big sales. There's been a lot of lambs to get out of the hills, and people have run out of feed. The market has been strong enough, luckily. But anyway, I'll get these in. Get in, Doug. Get in. Ready. So I'm just going to draft the small ones out of here, the likes of this one. What else we got? Maybe that one. Small numbers, but still makes a difference. Great, there you go. 14 in here. Fairly even line. Should be 32 out there. Haven't counted them yet. Just give these a quick count. But hard for you to see too. 32, great, ideal. That's all of them. 32 and 14, 46. And this is a bit more of a heavier line, so these might average 32, 33. Well, Gus Much and I will put these on the road, take them back round and pop them in, because the neighbour's got his lambs in here. So I'll just set these gates up. Right, I'll close this behind them. Jeepers, it's definitely autumn. Look at all those leaves. These trees are handy in summer though. Keep the sun off, give you some shade. Well, there you go, Gus. Let's go get the other mob. Sit down. Sit down, Gus. Sit. Bloody weirdos. Go on then, Rose. Go away. Sit down, Gus. Stay there. Happy days. Get them on. So the new cows can come into here. There's plenty of tucker, and it's just in front of the ewes by a few paddocks, so there's a bit of tucker in here. They would have lost all of their weight from fluid, so they're fully empty, which is about 4% of their body weight. So if they are generally 620 kilos, 4% of that, what's 4% probably a little bit more than that, to be honest. When you've got a big full cow, it might be slightly higher, around about maybe 30 kilos. So they've had a day and a half of emptying out. So I bet last night they drank a heap of water on those flats, and they would have had a good munch. So I'll chuck them up here. They can keep going forward for a few days, and then once the ewes come in here, the ewes will take out all the nice tucker. Oh, this doesn't look very nice, does it? But the ewes will take out all this, all that fresh feed, and the cows will be left with the stuff here. So there you go. Stock going out. Well, they're on the move. I'm going to pull them out. So already at the back there, you can see that one limping. It's probably just from the truck. Them being trucked. It's a bit hard on them, but I'll keep an eye on that. So I just need to get a count of these, so try and get them as they go out the gate. Here. Oh, sit down, Gus! Stay there! 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. And no! 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 30, 32, 33. Perfect. Sit down, Gus. Gus is just going around them. They're a little bit sore on their feet, and I don't blame them. They had a full day in the yards yesterday. Gus is trying to get meat. Gus! Gus! Naughty dog. Well, there you go. That's the difference between, see how clean this paddock is now? And that's all roughage. So that's what these cows can do. Make it perfect for the sheep. So these girls getting a shift. They're going over here. And there's heaps of roughage in this gully in here. I've got plenty in here that they can tidy up for us. Lay! Lay! This is what 45 mils does. What? Yep. What? Sit down, Gus. Sit down, Gus. There's a bit of a slide from her. Well, we'll give them the weekend in here, and yeah, hopefully they've tidied everything up. So last night I noticed a leak in a pipe of ours. So the old man has a map and it shows exactly what diameter the pipe is, the alkaline pipe is that in that part of the line, so you know exactly where each line is and what the diameter is. So I've got a 20mm joiner. I'll go cut the pipe and stitch in the joiner. So yeah, let's go do that. What a view! Oh, look at that! This is a great geyser of Hebrew. Sweet. Go turn the water off. So I'm just stopping at the yards here to the tap. So the water trough's just down that way, and the tank's obviously just straight up there. So turn this tap on, give it some pressure. That's a cock up. Useless. I'm gonna get wet now. So I'm gonna cut a little bit off and set in there. Forget to turn this off. That'd be a muck up.